Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to this special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the veteran Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers as they match up with Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers. With that, let's get you out to Silicon Valley, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, as we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, we were already excited for this game. And then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules, and a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody yells heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off left hand. So now we're really ready for football.
No gloves either.
No gloves.
No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there? And I got the coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt returner.
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for the notice.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense heading out, and a welcome sight for 49er fans. Jimmy Garoppolo leading the way. Jimmy, of course, lost for the season in Week 3 last year in Kansas City, and then the Niners really struggled the rest of the way without him. The silver lining to the early season injury, it gave Jimmy Garoppolo plenty of time to heal and get back to 100%.
Switch it.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Here we go. 180. Mike 58 right there. Watch the out.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 11. Following the interception here, Rivers. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Good completion that time by quarterback Phillip Rivers, who, by the way, is a perfect 4-0 all-time in his career against the San Francisco 49ers. Trying to tick that up to 5-0 if he can get a win in this one. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
56. Mike, 56 right there. 56.
Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Hey, supply.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the Chargers punter now. Back deep, Trent Taylor. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco's offense taking the field here. And folks, you'd be impressed with my partner Charles Davis's preseason schedule. He gets all over the place. Every camp, he's just always in the air in a camp. So what are you hearing from the Niners camp and Jimmy Garoppolo and company?
Well, you know I try to be America's guest.
And
that's how it
You're
works.
good at that.
I do as best I can with that. But with Jimmy Garoppolo, the recovery has been great. Everyone loves what they're seeing. In OTAs and minicamp, he actually took a snap and went to throw a football, and whistles went like crazy because a couple of pass rushers came free even though there was no contact. Anyone who came near him, they just stopped the play immediately. Then you get into the fall camp, and they actually have a trick play where Jimmy Garoppolo ultimately becomes the receiver. And head coach Kyle Shanahan has taken that play out of the playbook. We're not going to have Jimmy Garoppolo doing those sort of things while he continues to recover.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Taylor. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 180. Check 52's the mark. I'm trying to collect.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
They had a good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Rush comes and they block it. And oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, you and I talked during the halftime break about, will we see some points in this game? I don't think this is what we had in mind here.
No, not at all, but points are points.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the Chargers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Garoppolo and the Niners now. Down by 2. Just over a minute, 40 to play. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot.
Here we go. Like 20.
To throw is Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now Garoppolo. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Taylor. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get ready. 50 seconds to Mike.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down.
Go ahead.
And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. 180. 65. Man. 65. Man. 52. 152.
They will run again with Coleman. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Like 80s. Watch the ball. Stay hot.
He'll look to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. This is Coleman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now.
Mike 52.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And it's now a 7-2 ball game. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Let's go. Intercepted. All day, baby. Let's get this. What we got?
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I